You think you can hold us up to ransom?
The witching hour is near. The Benny hour is here. Sorry, little frog in the golden throat there. Here's my pal Al, just for you. Hi, Reg. Did you get a tan?
$100,000. And United will issue a statement acknowledging the contribution that Reg has made to radio development. Now, in return, Reg gives up all patent claims, and we stop broadcasting. Tonight. Otherwise, they'll hit us with every legal procedure at their disposal.
A statement.
So, seems to me we all have a stake in this now, and we should all have our say. Jake?
Oh, look, this is your party. I'm out of here in a couple of weeks either way, but I've got other obligations, so I'd kind of like to have my money back. Sorry, Reg.
You know, I'm as happy as a pig in ether here, but nothing lasts forever. I mean, what exactly would we be? I mean, even approximately, what would we be looking at here? I mean, I don't want to be vulgar or pecuniary, but...
He wants to know if he's going to get a split.
I am so transparent.
Of course you're going to get a split. Now, why do you think they shoved their offer up so high? You're the one that's got them nervous. You're the reason they want us gone. Before people forget Eddie Cantor.
Eddie who? Yeah, well, that being the case, and all things considered, this being Tuesday, let's grab it. You still respect me?
Reg?
And you haven't said what you think. You've worked harder than anyone.
Look, haven't we accomplished what we set out to do?
Have we? Or are we simply admitting defeat for $100,000?
No, not defeat. Look, why did we start all of this in the first place? Well, to bring pressure on them, to get you something for your patents, to get justice for you. And we did it. You did it. And can't you take some satisfaction from that?
What is it you want me to take, Christopher? Satisfaction or money?
Both. No, I'm not asking you to do anything, Reg. Just don't call it a defeat, because it's not.
It's a glorious victory.
Yes, it is, damn it. You did it. You showed them.
You made them look like amateurs, pal.
Now, from that first night, 20 years ago, when we first transmitted the sound of a human voice, I like to pride myself that I was working on some noble experiment. An invention that would reshape the very values of mankind for the better. Well, instead, it seems as though my invention is telling mankind silly jokes.
You beat them, Reg. You did. Isn't that enough?
Enough. Oh, no. No, it's not enough.
I just want to say to Alice, to Debbie, to Mary Elizabeth, to each and every one of you who listened, who wrote, who shared your hopes, your fears, your lousy jokes. I love you all. And I hope you won't forget me, because I'll be thinking of you. And that's a promise. And some night, somewhere, maybe when you're feeling a little blue, maybe when you least expect it, I'll be with you again. The gentle sound, the gentle touch of Benny in the night. So long. Au revoir. God bless.
Tootsie, goodbye. Don't cry. This is Eddie Cantor with a special New York welcome to all you listeners up there in snowy Canada. Kiss me, Tootsie, and then
This is WJZ,
do it
Newark.
over again.
This is WWJ, Detroit.
Watch for the mail.
This is KDKA, Pittsburgh. You're tuned to WBZ, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Well, old times. I wasn't sure you were gonna come.
Neither was I. Curiosity, I guess. Or masochism.
Freudish. I got a favor to ask you. I want you to help me write something.
Oh, now this has got to be some kind of joke, right? Have you forgotten the glowing notices I received for my last writing effort?
They're holding one of those public inquiries. Security on Parliament Hill. And how did a raving madman get loose in those hallowed halls with a shotgun? All of that bull. At any rate, they've asked me to come testify. And at first I wasn't gonna, but then I thought, well, Warren wanted to have his say, so maybe it was up to me to go do it for him. You see, in my gut, I know what I want to say, but I'll never get it right. On my own, I'll just mess it up. Will you help me?
This is called procrastinating.
The band plays Maple Leaf, our emblem deer. And then they give you a parade. So you figure it's over. But it's not. Goddamn thing is never over. Oh, this is stupid. Let's just forget about this. It's not gonna make a bit of difference.
Sharpen that.
Well, is it any good at all?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Thanks to you.
Well, your ideas, your feelings.
Your words.
You know, I'm proud of you for doing this. So what happened here?
The usual. self-abuse.
You should join the Boy Scouts. Or just have a girlfriend.
A trade one form of abuse for another.
Yeah.
And what happened here?
Ask me something I can answer.
Okay. You really in love with the old guy?
I said ask me something I can answer. Funny thing is, I don't really think he's in love with me.
Sure he is. Even I could see that.
Maybe. But that's not why he's anxious to marry me. What he wants is a child. He's lost both his sons. He's got no one. He's obsessed. He's desperate for another heir. Not me. I got tangled up in it somehow. Because of you.
It's too late to get untangled?
Yes.
What is all of this father and son business anyway? I never even met my father.
I've already said yes to him, Jake. It would be too cruel to change my mind.
He had one, you know, on the way.
What?
An heir. Grandchild. A little nipper bounce on his knee.
What?
Junior's girlfriend. Forget her name. Anyway, she came here one night, New Year's Eve last year, just after Junior went west. She was pregnant. Arlette gave her a name to get rid of it. It's too bad.
No pen or drawing can show this country. The devil alone is master of this war. No glimmer seen of God's hand, his sunrise a blasphemous mockery. Only the black rain from bruised and swollen clouds, the black rain down on the grave which is this land. These words were written by a friend of mine, Private William Wheeler. The last time I saw him was in France in 1917. It was before dawn, it was cold, it was dark. They let him out of a barn. They tied him to a post, they pulled a rag over his eyes, and they shot him. He was 19 years old. And his blood is on your hands. But he wasn't alone. On 25 other cold French dons, 25 other Canadian soldiers were dragged out and executed. 25 others whose biggest crime was not cowardice, whose biggest crime was to listen to you gentlemen. They didn't have to go to war. They volunteered. They answered your call to arms. And their blood is on your hands.
I strongly resent this blood on our hands business.
When these orders came down from General Sir Douglas Haig, Commander-in-Chief of the British Armies, the British Armies, was there a single protest, a single peep from Currie or any other Canadian general or any Canadian statesman?
I don't know. I wasn't apprised of the circumstances.
Oh, you weren't apprised. You weren't apprised because when Lorne Wheeler came here to apprise you, you ignored him.
He was a raving madman with a shotgun.
He wasn't a raving anything. He was a father. And his blood is damn well on your hands, too.
I've heard just about enough of these allegations.
I've heard enough, too. I've heard a belly full about the honor and glory of this great war of yours.
This witness is excused.
About how a proud nation was forged on the battlefields of Europe. Bull!
Constable?
I'm part of this nation. I'm not proud. I've been given medals by this nation. I'm not proud.
Please show this witness out.
I'm going. You save these for the next war you decide to hold. You save them for the next 19-year-old kid you decide to shoot. And you will. You will.
Well, they seem to have more than one madman involved in this matter.
No, you're wrong. Excuse me, sir, but with all due respect, you're quite wrong. I don't blame you for being offended, but the war was an offensive business. It's difficult for many of us to speak about it calmly, even now.
Evidently.
Please, you're all highly intelligent men. Don't let the lack of parliamentary niceties blind you to the truth of what Lieutenant Kincaid is saying. How can we send boys like William Wheeler off to the other ends of the earth to fight for a cause that they scarcely understand, and then execute them because a British general thinks it would be good for discipline? How can we? That's not discipline, that's barbarism. We are a sovereign, civilized, humane nation, and it's up to you. It's up to all of us to stand up and say, never again. We cannot and we will not do things that way. And no one is going to tell us to. No one. Never again. Never again.
May I ask... Order. Order, please. May I ask who you are, sir?
He's a soldier. You should listen to him.
You had him on the ropes, Johnny. Mother would have been proud of you. You shouldn't keep throwing these away.
I thought they did okay.
Yes. They both did in their way. Oh, I wish I'd broadcast it.
Could I ask you about something, Arlette?
Sure.
Privately? Thank you.
I'm going to sell the farm, Jake. I'm going to go and live with my sister.
But
No, I've decided. I just couldn't go on living there, even with your help. Too many memories. Besides, it was mostly Lauren's place and Billy's. I'm more like you, really. I never did like the mud.
I hate surprises.
Right over here, Mike.
I loathe and detest surprises.
No. What kind of fuddy-duddy old attitude is that to have?
I've had too many painful ones, I guess.
Come on. Arlette Laberge, Irving Eckelberg.
We've met. Gloria Foley, Monsieur Eckelberg.
Sorry.
How do you do?
I was a friend of your son. David, I mean, not Alan. I never met him. Excuse me.
Surprise.
Did you just wake up? Hmm? Did you just wake up from a nice long sleep? Yes. Who's the sweetest, happiest baby boy?
Do you think this is enough? You don't think it's too much?
It's just right.
I think we'll just deliver these and then I'll go to the synagogue. Is something wrong?
Well, if you could find 10 minutes for me in all this, so we could talk.
I don't think so. I'm afraid I know what you're going to talk about.
Oh, I'm just not sure anymore about anything.
Oh, yes, you are. You're sure about this? Deep down, you have nothing to apologize for, Paula. Nothing. You have given me months of hope and laughter and feeling almost young again. Things I thought were all gone for me. Dead and gone.
Are you saying I've shown you a good time?
Yes, you have. And I want you to know one thing. It was not just my desire for a child. I love you for yourself, for the wonderful things that you are, and not just for what you might have given to me.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me, too.
I'm telling you, boys, I'm getting that old Michelangelo feeling again. I can feel them cherubs starting to form.
Florida, Benny?
Florida Benny. You got it, Jaco. Hello, sunshine. Land of opportunity. Hey, they got the good air for the old pipes down there. They got the good swampland to sell to the suckers. I'm telling you, this is tailor-made. I got schemes. I got dreams. I got money to burn, you know? You know, I can feel the old gray matter starting to throb. If I ain't careful, I'm going to end up owning the place outright. Alligators and all.
Well, let me tell
Let's not wake Reg and the girls. I mean, what do we want with the tears all over the carpet, the sad goodbyes? Yeah, they've seen enough heartbreak in their young lives.
What about Gabby?
Why don't you fellas say goodbye for me?
You should talk to her yourself, Benny.
Listen, kid. Pard. When it comes to laissez-faire de cour, Florida Benny knows whereof he speaks.
You are leaving?
Hey, face. Why the long face? Say goodbye. It's just toodaloo. You didn't think I was sneaking out on you, did you? I was just coming right up to see you.
I don't want to hear that bullshit line of yours, Benny. I know the score. Doll face.
Hey, babe, come on. On sait jamais rien promis. We never made any promises, did we? She'll get over it. Hell, I'm doing her a favor. I'm no catch. Ain't exactly what you call a keeper. Listen, give her this, will you?
What is it?
It's some metal. It's French. She'll like it.
It's your croix de guerre.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, speaking of favors, I'm gonna ask you guys for one. You know, I'm gonna be moving into some uncharted real estate down there. I might sink in quicksand, turn my back, and get gobbled up by a crocodile. I mean, in case I do cash him in early, I mean, in that unlikely event, I'd kind of like to be buried in France with my buddies.
Benny.
What? No, I was at my best over there in the mud. I kind of surprised myself. It's like I did one good thing in my life, you know?
More than one, Benny.
One and a half.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I knew you guys would do this for me, I'd sleep a whole lot better under the palms.
Whatever you say.
You'll be late for your train. Come on.
But the whole thing is,
hypothetical.
Yeah.
My ex-part has kindly agreed to drive me to the station.
Just to make sure he really leaves.
Well, Jaco, keep him guessing. Don't draw any inside strings.
You either, Benny. You either.
Jaco, come on. Change that awning.
You sure you know what you're doing?
No. Benny! Hey! Hey!
Where are you going?
Merci pour tout.
This is for you.
Gabriel! Prends soin de toi. Oui, je vais vous écrire. Bye!
You call?
Good luck, Miss Disney.
Bonne chance! Bye!
J'aime ça.
What'd he say?
Said I adore it.
Sally is pregnant.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
No, that's great.
I'm glad you're happy, Chris.
I'm sorry that you're not.
Me? I've never been happier. I even got a job.
Where?
At Vanity Fair in New York.
Ooh.
Well, it's only part-time. Second assistant slave, I think it's called. But I got it on my own, no strings pulled. Dorothy Parker works there. And after a while, I might even get to kiss her feet. I've got a little flat overlooking a lovely alley. And I'll have lots of time to work on my play. And it's everything I could possibly ask for. And why am I feeling absolutely miserable? Oh, God, Chris, I'm so scared. I don't want to go to New York. I just know I'm going to be lonely as hell, and I'm going to cry all the time.
No, you won't.
I'm not going.
Paula.
I just decided I'm not going.
Look, you'll be fine. You just go.
No.
Look, a couple of weeks will go by. You'll be lunching at the Algonquin. You'll be trading cribs with Dottie like it's just nothing.
Do you think so?
Do I have to answer that?
Oh. Forgiven me, haven't you? Finally.
Do I have to answer that?
Yes, the bloody war is over. No more soldiering for me. No more church parades. on Sunday. No more asking for a pass. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear.
To Benny.
To Benny.
To Benny. Anyway, it seems we've got a little bureaucratic problem on our hands. I phoned the French embassy this morning after you called. They won't allow him to be buried in a war cemetery in France.
What?
Well, apparently they're only for the men who died in action.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah?
It was the gas that killed him. His lungs were never right after that. He's a war casualty, same as the next guy.
I explained all that. Got quite angry, actually. But they say that there are no exceptions. Absolument.
Well, it's stupid. Oh, you tried.
Jake, we can't give up that easily.
What difference is it gonna make to him now?
Well, we made the guy a promise.
I made myself a promise. The day we left, I swore I was never going back to that godforsaken place. I'm not about to do it now just to bury some guy. A dead guy at that.
Well, I am. I just have to figure out how, so.
Look, he probably forgot about it a long time ago.
From him.
It's promises to keep, boys. Promises to keep. Here, keep this. What you got there?
Benny.
Coming through! God damn it, man! Lead your platoon! No one will ever know what a gutless wonder you are!
Afraid they won't follow you, sir?
C'est beau.
Well, let's do it.
I have a rendezvous with death at some disputed barricade. When spring comes back with rustling shade and apple blossoms fill the air. I have a rendezvous with death when spring brings back blue days and fair. It may be he shall take my hand and lead me into his dark land and close my eyes and quench my breath. It may be I shall pass him still. I have a rendezvous with death on some scarred slope of battered hill. When spring trips north again this year, and I to my pledged word am true, I shall not fail that rendezvous.
I would like to stay for a little while by myself. Please. He left me money. A lot. To open a dress shop. There are so many words in English for money.
It's funny. It's funny.
I'm Tugger Tamlin. I can see my reputation precedes me, and that's not all.
Please laugh.
Trying to shave in that scummy, freezing water.
Or trying to get a match to light.
Oh, no, the bread. That was the worst part. I mean, those soggy, stale lumps.
Yeah, always plastered those little hairs from those sacks.
God, you'd spend 5 or 6 minutes just trying to pick and scratch those things off.
Yeah, why? That was the best part.
Right. Okay, but if we're talking about the worst thing, I mean, the very worst, then all of these, they pale. They crumble.
Yeah.
For the sheer, unadulterated incarnation of hell contained in a single can of McConaughey's rations! You'd open this can of what God knows what.
It's like horse meat or rat stew with sawdust.
And there'd be this revolting layer of gray grease on the top.
And that was the best part.
Is that the line you used with the girls in France?
I never had to use a line with the girls in France.
That's the dirty secret, isn't it? I mean, it was horrible, but it was...
Don't say wonderful.
I won't say wonderful. I think that was my problem, you know, when we got home. And everyone's busy offering me these nice, comfortable berths. It just all seemed so pale and pointless after this. I guess I need something to make me feel uncomfortable again. Merci. Merci.
Ça me fait plaisir.
I think she remembers us.
Of course not. Well, we came here, what, like half a dozen times 5 years ago?
Yeah, but we're pretty memorable guys.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna do it?
What?
Find something that isn't pale and pointless.
You'll laugh. You'll hoot with derision.
Scout's on it.
Okay. I've been approached to stand for Parliament. Yeah, at first I thought it was, God,
to think, I dragged your ass out of the mud so you could become a political hack.
Don't bother, candidate. I thought it was ridiculous too at first, but it's just a chance to get involved. You get back in the trenches again. Metaphorically. Do you know what I mean? Pig!
And who did you serve with, Mr. Bigelow?
The Royal Montreal.
Regiment?
No.
Please.
Golf club. Got my handicap down to 7. If you'd care to come for a spin, I'll show you my putter.
You're every other inch a gentleman, aren't you?
I knew a number like you in France. She was so snooty, she'd only sleep at the 23rd Battalion. France? His daddy pulled a few strings, and he served out the war in Bermuda. And a living hell that was, too. You couldn't think of going on the course before 5 in that heat.
We got a letter from Paula. From New York. There were rats, babies out there. She said her play is gonna open. Sometime this week, I think. Oh, it's tonight. Or, next night? Or, tomorrow. Or last night. Somewhere around now. She asked about you. Don't they all? Look, we gotta go. What do you say? You find the queen, I pay the shot. Said she's written you 3 or 4 times and you've never answered. Let's make it interesting. $50. You're such an asking, Kate. She's the one who got away, that's all. It wasn't in the cards, so it's too bad. She was a good catch. She was rich. Don't make out like it's one of your big tragedies. You're such an ass, Kincaid. Well, you'll get over it. $50. Finance your campaign. Some campaign. Okay. 500. Come on, you're the one who wants to feel uncomfortable, feel like you're back in the trenches, metaphorically. You felt the same thing sometimes. Come on, our secrets aren't so different. 500. Well, it's your money. Ooh. This is for the wine, right?
J'aimerais essayer une chanson maintenant. J'espère que je peux m'en souvenir. For some old friends. Nights are growing very lonely. Days are very long. I'm a growing weary only, listening for your song. Old remembrances are thrown through my memory. Till it seems the world is full of dreams, just to call you back to me. There's a long, long trail I'm winding into the land of my dreams, where the nightingales are singing and the white moonbeams. There's a long, long night of waiting until my dreams all come true. Till the day when I'll be going down that long, long trail
Don't cry, it's only a song.
Is it true? You've been extended another month? We may run forever. We have to celebrate. We will celebrate. We are celebrating.
Oh!
Paula, beautiful Paula. Big splurge, right?
Break a leg.
Big splurge left.
He's still using my lines.